guys, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tag from Paula Marsh over at Hillbilly Orchids, and the tag was, "Which orchid best represents me?" I've honestly never thought of which orchid represents me. I do have a lot of favorites and a lot of orchids that I really adore, but I never have given this much thought. So I'm going to walk you through a part of my collection and then share my thoughts as I go through each one of them. So I've got some of my older phals down here. I'm going to sort of pass on them just because I think I'm sort of a fragrance kind of gal. I love my catasetums so much, but a lot of them I'll say that they aren't too fragrant, and I really like fragrance, so I'll say that a fragrant orchid best represents me. I've got some beautiful orchids up here as well. I've got my yellowbird, I've got some Latoria type dendrobiums, some Brassivola crosses, but I'm sort of leaning towards the Vandas. Up here we've got some Sherry Baby type orchids, some Oncidiums. I'll say that I love the Oncidiums, but I'm not sure if they represent me. But this one over here is Phalaenopsis LD Bears King. This is one of my favorites. It smells like oranges. I'm going to be thinking about that one. But hey, as I came down here, I saw my my BC Hippodamia. That's an Eclandier cross. I really love Eclandier hybrids. So I'm thinking of that one. This one's my Phalaenopsis Equestris Cerulean. Very pretty one, but not fragrant. So we will see. But I also see my Neophenesia Falcata there, which stands out to me since I really love the Neos. And you know what? I actually bought more Neo crosses because I love the Neophenesia Falcata. So I'm sort of leaning towards my Neophenesia. That's just such a beautiful orchid with just really nice nighttime fragrance. So I think I'm going to be coming back to that one. Looking at some of my smaller orchids here, Cattleyas are very fragrant, so they're sort of top of the list. So they might be ones that I go for. It's just so tough to pick one because I really love most of my orchids. That's the Paula spots over there. It's just so pretty, very fragrant. It's really tough to pick one. This one's Solar Flare Paradise. That's a very nice one. But as I come up to the top of the shelves, I see some of my Dunphals. Those I'm not picking. They're pretty, but I wouldn't say they represent me the most. And then I see my Dendrobium anosmum over here, which I really enjoy. So after thinking about this for a couple of minutes, I ended up grabbing that Dendrobium anosmum and my Neophenesia Falcata. Now, this is really tough because I really like these guys, but I'm going to say that I really enjoy that Neophenesia Falcata just because it's a very elegant orchid. It's got beautiful fans. I've gotten so many hybrids just because I love the original Neophenesia Falcata. So I'll say that probably that one represents me the most. It's got a wonderful nighttime fragrance, and I absolutely adore it. Now, on the flip side, this is tough with the Dendrobium anosmum because this is such a wonderful, easy grower. I'd say that it's easygoing like I am, and it's got the most wonderful fuzzy lip, and it's got an amazing raspberry fragrance. Now, if I narrow it down between these two, I'd probably have to pick the Neophenesia Falcata. I think this one's the winner. I think this one represents me the most because it's just so simple, so beautiful, very elegant. The fragrance is just out of this world. And I think if I could bottle this up into a perfume and wear it, I would wear that Neophenesia fragrance without a doubt. I just really love that orchid so much. And then what really solidified my decision here is that I enjoy this orchid so much that I have 10 other orchids that are crossed with that orchid, and I enjoy all of them. I think it's really that fragrance, the simplicity of it, its ease of care. The Neophenesia wins, and the more I think about it, the more I go back to going into my orchid space and then sort of going through my orchids at night before I go to bed. When the Neophenesia Falcata is in bloom, I always pick that one up to give it a little smell. Fragrance on that orchid is one of my favorites. It's, as I mentioned, very elegant, very perfumey, so nice, yet it's such a simple orchid and it keeps blooming constantly for me. So I'll say that the orchid that best represents me is that Neophenesia Falcata, just the straight up neo. It's just amazing. Well, anyway, to continue the tag, I am going to be tagging my friend Ray Ray's garden. So I'm interested in hearing which orchid is his favorite. Anyway, guys, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more orchid content. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everyone.